Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about the GOP setting a trap for Dems with SALT. Republicans are engaging in some political maneuvering that could lead some Democratic representatives into a vote they may end up regretting. Recently, we talked about the SALT deduction cap, how Trump had campaigned on eliminating it, backed out on that, but is willing to raise the cap a bit. In that video, I mentioned it was a chance to get some Democratic Party buy-in. Well, on Tuesday, the Salt Caucus met. There were at least 10 Democratic representatives at the meeting. And that makes sense. SALT deductions allow people to deduct their state and local taxes on their federal taxes. It really is a bipartisan issue. But the meeting comes at a time when Trump has told his congressional allies to come up with a fair number. It doesn't seem like a huge leap to believe that was discussed at the meeting. Republicans bringing Democrats into the process to determine the fair number could be in good faith, or it could be a trap. This is a lot like going in to buy a car and the salesman saying, "So, if I can get your payment down to X number of dollars, you'll buy it, right?" It's a method of building agreement. Bringing them into the discussion makes them feel like a stakeholder in the process, and then they'll feel some ownership for it and be more likely to vote in favor of the final product. The problem is that the final product is likely to be tossed into Trump's one big beautiful bill budget reconciliation package. That package is going to have a lot of things that Democratic voters will find incredibly objectionable. If their representatives vote in favor of it, it may cost them the next election cycle. Their voters may blame them for the cuts and everything else that is expected to be in the package. The flip side is that if they don't vote in favor of the package, their opponent in the next cycle could theoretically run on a campaign based entirely on saying they voted against a big tax break for their constituents. This is a moment when the Democratic Party should begin messaging now. It's easy to explain. They're tying this tax break to taking away health care through cuts to Medicaid and the ACA. Or even going on the offensive and saying they didn't vote for it because Trump and the Republicans refused to eliminate the cap completely. It's not easy to explain why you voted to take away health care. Democrats from all parts of the country will be offered small concessions on things that are priorities to them. They need to be incredibly careful in how they approach the various concessions and be aware of the other parts of the reconciliation package. Most of those reportedly at the SALT meeting are relatively seasoned politicians and are likely to see through this method of building support for the overall package. But that won't be the case throughout this whole process as Republicans try to get Democratic buy-in. It's important for Democrats to remember why the GOP is trying to get their support. They're worried they don't have the votes to pass it on party lines. If the Democratic Party was to play hardball here, they might be able to curtail the worst parts of the Republican budget. But they all have to stick together. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.